about Easter and what it may mean to you. So have a seat, feel free to sit down or lie down on your back. We'll eventually end up on our backs, so you may want to start there, knees bent, feet wide, knees in together, or just legs long. And start to let all the bones just fall into the mat, the muscles, all the physical body just start to let go. Surrender and let the universe hold your body. Noticing just that the backs of your shoulders are kind of giving a little kiss to the back, to the front of your mat. I can feel that connection. Physical body relaxed. Start to come and notice your breath. You can even put one hand on the belly, one on the chest. And just let it with your curious mind. For the newness of this day and your body in this day and at this moment, just noticing how you're breathing. The rate of your inhales and exhales, the depth of them, all being perfect right where you are. As you inhale, imagining filling up like with sunshine and beautiful light and anything lovely, filling up with all the stuff that's good for our bodies. And as you exhale, just imagine and release. Like a cleansing, like the rainstorm. As you inhale, you're feeling buoyant and bright. And as you exhale, you're feeling a release, a letting go. Well, physically, mentally, spiritually. So that might mean physically your forehead softens, your eyes soften, your jaw, shoulders. So thinking of Easter, I read a quote that said Easter is a time for renewal, a new life. It's newness. Fresh start. So wherever you are, start to let your hands come down to your side, let your legs extend long. Inhale, just like waking up to a new spring here. Extending the arms over the head, the legs nice and long, pointing the toes. Just feeling this nice extended body, and then as you exhale, let everything come back down, arms back down to the side, body back to the earth. Give your fingers and your toes a little wiggle, a little liveliness. Let the corners of your mouth curl up as you frolic, right? As you play a little bit. Maybe even with the ankles, the heels, just feet going in and out, just kind of waving. Bending the elbows, maybe waving circles with the wrists, hands. And And then as you're ready, we're going to bend the right knee, bring the heel back toward the butt, the left knee, lift the hips up, and then lengthen the tailbone down as you lower your spine back down. Feel the nice long spine that you have right here. And then let's inhale one knee in, and then the other. Give yourself a hug, hands around the shins. And you can hug as deeply or as gently as is right now for you in this moment. So even maybe if it's right for you, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders into a really, really, really little ball. Nice tight ball. And then feel free to just roll left to right on the hips, or maybe even circles. Just giving yourself this beautiful new fresh massage. It's time for newness. Our muscles might need a little massaging, right? Our bodies. Give it to yourself. It don't have to be so stiff. You can let your head kind of fall. Just waking up to some new energy on our mats and in our world. And then as you're ready, bring the knees into the chest again. Open the knees wide enough so that they come just outside the body. And then keep pushing the lower back down. It likes to curl up here. So lengthen that spine, lengthen all the way top to bottom. And then start to draw your knees back toward your armpits. Just a nice opening here. And then you can extend from the knees up toward to the feet. So the soles of the feet come up to the ceiling. Your hands can come, arms can come inside, and then the hands can come to the shins or the ankles, or maybe they can reach the outside or some part of your foot. Either way, any way is fine. Just keeping those legs sort of not super far out where you're not controlling it. We still have control. And reaching those knees back to the elbows as the feet feel like they could do like a little tiny walk on the ceiling. So pushing up through the soles of the feet, drawing back. Let your shoulders soften down away from your head. And maybe a little rock and roll if you want to move a little left or right, or if you're perfectly fine being still and just breathing this in and releasing this out, go for that. Little happy baby here. And then as you're ready, take your hands to the outside of your legs, close your legs, step your left and your right foot down. Woo. You take your feet nice and wide, so to the sides of the mat. Arms can come up to the sides. And then when you're ready, just inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift the hips, slide them up and over to the right a little bit as your legs and the hips turn over to the left. And think nice long side bodies here. The head can turn in any direction or stay straight. Inhale, fill up your vessel, fill up your blessed divine body. Nourish it with a deep breathing of inhaling and exhaling. Think about your navel drawing into your spine, just enough to protect that lower back, keeping that nice and stable. Arms, shoulders connected to the earth. You can even walk that right foot behind you a little bit if need be, thinking about the right shoulder, the long side body, the hip, the length of the leg all the way through the knee, being nice and long. Inhale as your knees come up, lift your hips, bring them through the center and over to the right a smidge. And then as you exhale, let your knees or legs fall open over to the right side. Same thing, head might turn. Maybe walk that foot back a little bit. Inhale, fill your body up. Exhale, release. Breathing and opening. As you're ready again, inhale. Here, still draw that navel into the spine a little to roll onto your back. Reposition your hips, and one more time, bring the knees in and up. Give yourself a hug. And then as you're ready, you can exhale, either roll up through your seat to all fours, or you can exhale over to the right or left, depending on how much room you have, and bring yourself up and over to all fours. And then plant those hands. Spread the fingers, push down through the thumb and the index finger a little bit more weighted there. So nice flat palms. Notice your knees and your feet lined up. And then let the belly drop for a minute. And then push the mat away. Draw the belly in toward your spine. Lengthen through the spine. So think from the tailbone, lengthening back behind you, the crown of the head, lengthening forward. Soften your jaw. Nice strong tabletop, right? And then as you're ready, inhale, reach your heart forward and up through the gate of your arms. Tailbone reaches up to some degree, whichever degree feels right for your body. And then as you exhale, opposite movement, dropping the tailbone, the chin, and the head, and reaching that mid-back up to the sky. Keep this going. A few inhales and exhales, cows and cats. Can you turn the breathing on to a little bit of a ujjayi breathing, where you can actually hear your breath, a little bit of closure in the back of the throat there. Like you're steaming up a mirror, but with your lips softly closed. One more cycle here. And then as you're ready, walk your hands forward. The chest, the head, whatever comes to the mat, comes to the mat. Push down on the palms of your hands and lift those armpits. Lift those hips. Find the length still through your spine. Lift the armpits, draw them back. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows, slide the hands back to tabletop. Let's wag it out. Let's look over the left shoulder and down toward and past the left hip even, right? And then inhale through center, exhale over the other direction. Feel the sides of the body. The left side this time opening up, coming through center with the inhale, back, looking over the left side, feeling the right side open up. And then one more time through center to the other side. Back through center. Nice tabletop again. Think about pressing down through the inner edges of the hands, lengthening through the spine, navel to spine, and then as you inhale again, extend the right leg back, tuck the toes, inhale, lift that right leg, not the hip, keep your hip level. Draw the navel in. Let's do baby pulses here, just baby pulses. Keep on breathing. Notice where your neck is falling. Is it in line with the rest of your spine? Navel in, hip bones facing the mat. And then with your next exhale, point the toes and cross that right leg over to the left. And feel the outside of that right leg, hip lengthening, opening up a little, blooming. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the right knee and ankle to ankle. So you have an open hip. We're just going to up, lift it up, exhale it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale it down. Inhale, up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. And this time, with your inhale up, straighten the leg, keeping the hip open. Kickstand to the left foot behind you. And start to open your heart, coming up to the tips of the right fingertips. Just let your right foot come down, right hip, right heel. And then maybe you need to step a little further. You're going to lengthen the sides of the body and extend that right arm up. So your left and your right arm feel like one big arm. We don't need to go way far here. Just a nice, strong, long arm. Think about drawing your arm into its socket. So instead of just flopping around. Strong. And you could high five me here, right? And then here you are inhaling, lifting, raising that right leg, lengthening, reaching right through that right heel, as well as through the whole length of your body in the opposite direction too, through the crown of the head. Feel the shoulder blades draw down the back. Think about like that lower left waist side of your body pushing up and the top side pushing down. Exhale, step that right foot down and then open up. So turn your palm open, your arm open, your shoulder, your heart, everything open to the sky. Extend the arm if you'd like, nice and open. Hello world, draw that tailbone, lengthen it down, lengthening the back, the lower back, drawing the heart and behind the heart up. Exhale, arm comes over the ear, around and down. Ooh, you can wag it out if you like. Second side, set your hands up, nice spread of the fingers. Knees under hips. Draw the navel in. Inhale that left leg back behind you. Tuck the toes, and as you inhale again, lift that leg and small baby pulses here. Keeping the navel drawn in, keeping the hips pretty level. Keep breathing. Push the floor away. And then as you exhale, point the toes. Cross that left leg over to the right side. Let's feel this nice opening right here for a moment. You can push down and whatever's touching the floor, push down a little and enliven yourself. It's all new, new day, new practice today. And then as you exhale, bend the knee. We're opening the hip, bringing the left ankle on top of the right hip open, and we're just going to lift and close like a little bridge. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. One more time, inhaling, exhaling. Keep your navel drawing in. Inhale, kickstand your right foot behind you. Extend the left leg, lifting or coming up to the fingers of the left hand, and then eventually lifting that left hand up to the sky. That arm rises, so like the right arm pushes down, the left arm reaches up. Think about strength between those shoulder blades, right? Shoulder blades drawing down the spine. And then if you'd like, inhale and we'll lift this left leg up. Drawing the navel toward the spine, reaching like you could stamp a little foot stamp if there were a wall underneath your foot, your left foot. Push the floor away. Lift the left side of the waist, the right side of the waist, and push down with the left. You got it. And then exhale, step the left leg long and down. You might need to kickstand that right leg a little bit more, and then open up the heart. So pushing down with that standing arm, opening up with that upper arm. Lift the hips, reaching the tailbone toward that left foot. And then as you exhale, extend that left arm over the ear and head, coming around and down. Ooh, back to all fours. Let's wag it out for a moment. And then bring the toes together, knees a little wider, and sit the hips back. Relax the hips right down, let them be heavy. Come into child's pose. Take a moment. Think about what opportunities spring allows for you. Breathing in the nourishment. Exhaling out anything that is unwanted. So forehead, if it's in your mind, let it go right out and into the earth so we can recycle it and create something beautiful. And then as you're ready, inhale back up to all fours. We're going to tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the knees a little bit, and let's just breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, belly in. You can inhale, extend the left toes, leg, and exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend the right, exhale, bring it in. Continuing on, breathing and breathing. Breathing, continue breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time, inhaling and exhaling. Last one, inhaling and exhaling. Walk your hands forward if you need to. Extend the hips up. Exhale those hips up to the sky, heels down to the mat. Ooh. Think about your heels reaching down, your thighs reaching back, your heart reaching a little bit forward, even though the hips are nice and high. Inner edges of the hands push down. Lift those underarms, breathe. Inhale fully. Exhale, release. You can pedal your dog, meaning walk your dog, bending one knee and breathing beautifully, and then the other. Hips stay high, really to come forward. Just like reach those hips up like you could kiss the sky. And then eventually, you're going to exhale, both heels right toward the mat, knees bend, and look forward as you walk your way up to the front of your mat into a forward fold. Heel toe your feet wider, let your head, neck, shoulders hang, maybe a little side to side sway or a little twisty sway. Ragdoll, relax, release, let it go. Think about sunshine, flowers, whatever brings you joy. Don't overthink it. Breathe it in. Release it out. As you inhale, we're going to begin to walk the hands up the legs. Reach the heart forward. Lengthen through the side body. You can bring your hands to the hips, to the thighs, to the shins, or else to the side, to your halfway lift. Reach actively through those hands. Push down through the feet. Reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold forward. One more time. Lengthen and lift with the inhale. Open through the shoulders. Exhale, release. Inhale this time. Push down on the feet. Open up. Rise up. Arms come up over the head. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands come together into prayer and right down to heart center. Feel like a little bit of energy coming between the hands, right? Bringing them together. Left side, right side. A new one here. Feel the shoulder blades come down the back and then broaden a little bit. Inner thighs, like the thighs push back a little bit here. Soles of the feet lengthen, ground. One more time, we're going to open up. Inhale as you extend the arms out and up, look up, get taller, and then exhale, hands through heart center, and keep on going, folding, bending the knees, coming forward, fold. Exhale, step your hands down, walk your feet back, and then up to downward facing dog. Inhale fully, exhale fully. One more time, bend the knees, exhale, and then look forward, hop, or step up to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, release it all, lengthen. Inhale, halfway lift. Smile through the collarbones. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. This time all the way up, ground down to rise tall, all the way up, arms over the head. Nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Continue to exhale your way down, folding forward. Plant your hands, step your feet back. This time, come to downward facing dog for just one inhale. As you exhale, glide into plank. Knees can come down or not. One full inhale here. And with your exhale, propel forward. Knees can come down or not. Lower down. Plant the feet. Inhale. And the thighs and the pubic bone. Inhale up to cobra or baby cobra or up dog. Exhale. Down we go. 2 more times. Inhaling as you come up. Shoulder blades down the back. Arms close to the body. Exhale as you come down. 1 more time. Inhaling and exhaling. Hug your arms close to the body. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Navel toward the spine. Push up all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale. Look forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, draw your inner thighs toward one another. You can always use your blocks, any height. Exhale, ground those feet. Inhale one more time. Exhale, ground. The next inhale, begin to lift your hands if that's something that's accessible to you. Coming up into your crescent lunge. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. One more time. Think about your inner thighs drawing toward one another. Your left heel drawing back. Exhale, hands together and down to heart center. Hinge forward as you step your left hand down. You can even step your right hand leg down if you like. Your left leg. And then open up to a gentle twist here. So left heel drawing back, right hip crease drawing back. Arm, because one big arm long through your side body. Exhale, step your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Downward facing dog. One full inhale. Exhale, glide forward through plank. Lower yourself down to and come up to cobra or up dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Eventually making your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, release it. Inhale, lift that left leg up nice and tall. Exhale, step that left foot forward. You can use your blocks again to bring some height to your arms, right? Lifting the floor up to you. Just plant whatever's touching the earth down. And then rising tall. So breathing fully, lengthening, shoulder blades come right down the spine. Navel draws into the spine. And as you're ready, inhale up. Crescent lunge. Again, that right knee can always come all the way down or can bend so that your pelvis remains neutral, right? Which is what we're looking for. Woo. Inhale fully. Looking up's a little harder. You're welcome to do that. Maybe a little harder for you. Exhale or not. Fully. One more time. Inhale fully. And then exhale, hands through heart center. Hinge forward. Plant the hands. You can lower the right knee or not. Your right knee is going to touch the earth or a block, and your left hand's going to come up by the hip and then continue to open up into a nice little twist here. Again, knee can come down. You may have to adjust the height of your block. Scissor those inner thighs. Open your heart toward the sky, toward the sunshine. Nourish yourself. Breathe deeply and lovingly. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Step your left foot back to make your right. Downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, coming down through plank all the way down to cobra or up dog. Exhale your way. Eventually making your way back to downward facing dog. Think about elbows reaching back, hugging the arms close to the body. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Hips are up, downward facing dog, reaching toward the sky, a little bend in the knees perhaps. And then as you're ready, glide forward to plank one more time. Holding your own in your plank, breathing, reaching your heels back, your heart forward. You can lower the right knee and come into a side plank where you can hug the feet together, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, and come into a side plank. Lifted. Inhaling fully. Exhaling fully. Wherever you are, step that left foot behind you. Lift that right hip, that bottom hip up. Open the heart, extend the arm. So it can look two ways. You can kickstand that bottom foot, leg down, open up in the knee. Still extending that left leg wherever you are. Opening the heart. Exhale, arms stretches long over the head, around and down, either to plank or your modified plank. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale one more time. And as you exhale, rolling onto the left side, either left knee down, kickstanding that foot, or both feet up, legs up. Coming again into side plank. Inhaling fully. Energize through the hand. Exhale fully. Step that right foot back if you're up. Open up wherever you are, the right side of the body, extending that left leg, lifting that bottom hip, the hips high to the sky. Open to the sunshine and the newness. Exhale around and down. Up we go, downward facing dog. Woo. Pedal it out or stay in stillness for just a few moments, a few more breaths here. And then exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Fold forward. Release. Bring the weight to your heels, the palms up, and bring your palms beneath your toes, your pads, your feet and toes. And forward fold. Again, you can bend those knees. We just want to get a little loving length in the back body of the spine here. Head, neck, and shoulders rest. You can straighten the legs. Listen to your body. Always listen to your body. See what feels right for it. No pain. We don't want any pain. And then exhaling, gently lifting and releasing the hands, the wrists. Inhaling halfway. Woo. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhaling all the way up, arms over the head. You can even come up to the toes if you want. Reach for the sun. Exhale, flip the palms, come down on the flat foot, forward fold, and walk your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale the right leg up behind you. Hip faces down, hip point, right? The bone. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, straight, long side body, right? Heart reaches forward. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, reach the knee up toward the nose. Shoulder blades down the back. One more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, and this time instead of having, we're going to round the back like a cat pose. Reach the heel up toward the butt, and then step that foot down. You can, outside your right hand, you can lower the left knee. You can walk that right foot a little more to the right if you like. And then untuck the back toe. Bring both hands to the inside. Okay, so we're on the inside of that right leg. You can push that right leg into the right arm and the right arm into the right leg. And then feel like that leverage of pushing down helps you draw your heart forward. And you have some options here. You can stay right here if you're feeling a nice opening, that right hip drawing back. You can start to build something, maybe inhaling and lengthening and exhaling, coming a little bit lower. If you have that accessibility, you can tuck that right toe and lift that right leg. Again, do what's right for you. Don't just do it because you want to reach a certain outcome. Let's enjoy the journey and find where we are on the journey and just relish that. This time of renewal. Breathing in, breathing out. And then exhale. Move the blocks if they're there. Plant your hands. Lift that back leg. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Inhaling fully. Exhale, release. Inhale the right leg up behind you. Exhale, gliding forward to plank, but bringing that left knee in toward the chest. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Exhale, coming knee to chest. Inhale back to three-legged dog. This time a nice rounded back, reach up, give yourself a lot of space to bring that foot beneath, step it wide outside of that left hand, bring the hands inside. And you can stay right here and think about that left leg and that left arm helping each other out with their energy. Reach the heart forward, draw the navel toward the spine, shoulder blades down the back. You can lower that right leg. When I'm in this pose, I always like to feel like that left hip crease is reaching back, my heart is reaching forward. Come back to your fullness of your breath. Give yourself that life force, that energy, let it flow. And you can come long and lower or not, or even lifting the back leg again. Even maybe you need to step the foot wider, that's fine. Inhale Inhale fully. Exhale fully. One more breath here, rounded breath. And then exhale. If you're not up, just lift that right leg. Step the left leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. And then with the exhale, glide forward to plank. Keep on going. Exhale your way down or partially down to up dog. And we're going to come up to cobra, baby cobra, downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring your forehead to the mat. Lower your whole body down. And then let's bring our arms forward like we're ready to reach for someone in front of us. Lengthen through the feet. Hug your legs. And with the inhale, start to lift and lengthen the toes back, the legs long, and lift and lengthen the arms, fingertips long. You don't have to look all the way up with your chin. Think about the back of your head rising. Inhaling and exhaling. And with the next exhale, swim the hands around, plant them beneath the shoulders. Exhale, tuck your toes, hug your elbows in, and reach them back as you come up through plank to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, look forward, step the right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of the waist. Exhale, spin the right toes down. Inhale, walk the hands to the diagonal and get a nice, different version of like a downward facing dog here. Grounding both feet. And then as you're ready, inhaling, walking your hands back toward your body, coming up into warrior two. Arms, right and left arm extend. One to the right, one to the left, right? Look over your right fingertips. Ground those feet like they can push into the mat. And you can almost like shift gears on a motorcycle or something. Soften the shoulders, draw that navel toward the spine and breathe. Inhale, flip the right palm. And up and over as you breathe. Up, tall, reverse your warrior, draw your navel in. Draw both sides of the waist up. Look up at your fingers, perhaps. Exhale back to warrior two. One more time, flip the right palm and up and over we go like a little rainbow paint to above our head. Exhale, right on back, warrior two. Looking over the fingers, inhale. Exhale, begin to hinge in that right hip crease. Bring the right forearm to the right knee. If you lost your lunge, maybe you can come back to it. That left hand can come to the hip or around to the opposite hip, opening that left shoulder. Or if you'd like, you can extend that left arm up and over the ear. Think about that length from the outside edge that's pushing down of that left foot all the way through the left fingertips, like this nice diagonal line here. And then try, if you've fallen, push the energy down to rise up. Inhaling fully, opening up. Exhale fully. Cartwheel your hands around, step your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale down through plank and then to cobra or up dog. Eventually making your way back to downward facing dog. Taking a full round of breath and downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, look forward, step your left foot forward. Spin with the exhale, your right foot open 90 degrees and start to walk your hands out to the diagonal. Think about that left and right foot being nice and grounded, and your hips aren't way back, they're nice and lined up, like with your foot, your ankle, your left ankle, and then lengthen through the side bodies. Soften through the mind here. And as you exhale, walk your hands back. Inhale, begin to grow your body up to warrior two. Check the foot positioning, heel to heel or heel to inner arch. Extend both arms if you haven't already. Heart open to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, flip the left palm and raise that arm up and over. Nice length through the side of the left side of the body. Exhale back to warrior two. Notice if you have your nice, beautiful lunge, whatever degree that is for you. One more time. Inhale, flip the palm, paint that rainbow over the head. Exhale right back to warrior two. Inhale fully. Exhale, bend the left elbow at the left hip crease. Plant that forearm. Lunge into it if you've lost the lunge, and then that right hand can come to the hip, around to the other hip, or even up to the sky, palm facing down over the right ear. Think about the heart being open. Catch some rays here. Grounding both feet. Strong, straight arm, right. And then one more cycle of breath here. And as you're ready, exhale back your way back up to warrior two. Cartwheel the arms around, step the left foot back to meet the right, downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, hips up, heels down. Inhale again. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway one more time. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, this time ground down to rise up all the way up out into the sky. Here we go. Heel toe your feet together, your toes, your big toes. And then as you inhale, come up to the big toe, up to the toes, lifting the heels. Exhale down. Again, inhaling tall. Exhale lower. Inhale tall. You can look up if you want. Exhale lower. One more time. Inhale tall. Let's hold it for a breath or two or three. It's like you're zipping up. Tailbone reaches down. Hip bones reach up to the low ribs. Heart reaches up to the sky. Back of the heart supports your heart. And as you exhale this time, flip the palms. Lower the heels as you forward fold. Inhale fully. Exhale, walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Take your feet a tiny bit wider. Inhale again. And as you exhale, bring your heels to the left, toes to the right. A little bend, a little dance here. Inhaling through center. Exhaling, heels to the opposite side. Inhale back through center. Heel toe your feet back hip distance. And then as you're ready, bend the knees. Exhale. Look forward. And then either hop or step up to a forward fold at the front of your mat. Lift those hips high. Ground the feet down. Feel the legs rising up. The energy rising up. The heart lengthening. Inhale halfway. You got this. Arms, palms face in. Arms reach back. Exhale, fold forward. This time, as you're folding forward, come to the fingertips, bend the right knee. You can bring your foot a little closer, the right foot to the left foot. Lengthen the heart forward, right? Draw the navel in, the heel lifts, and then begin to come up. So maybe you help your leg come up with you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Here we go. If it comes down, you just bring it back up. And keep trying, right? And if you need to start down here again, then just start here. Find your balance, rock and roll, find your center, find a neutral pelvis, eventually grounding down through that left leg to rise with the right knee. And then the hips, hands can come to the hips, feel so your pelvis isn't all tilted in your hips. And you're facing the front of the mat. I'm just going to turn. Grow nice and tall. From the ground up, like a flower that's appealing to you. And then as you're ready, like head reaching for the sun, just open that right hip, bring that the sole of the right foot to the leg. It can come to the floor, kickstand there with the toes, or even a block beneath that if need be. And come to the calf. If you have that balance and talent right now, you can come a little higher. The arms can extend any way or no way. If your foot's way up here, mine's sliding, you can push your sole of your right foot and that inner thigh toward one another, right? Looking up, maybe closing the eyes, breathing. If you come down, you come down. Just come back up as you're ready. Your tree. Enduring the elements, the sun, the rain. And as you're ready, exhale. Bring the hands around the back, interlace the fingers, and then draw those knuckles down. Draw the navel in, the hip points up toward the lower ribs. And as you're ready, exhale, knee comes forward, release the hands, step the foot down. Let's go to side two. You can rock and roll, find your center. And then once you're there, begin to shift the center of your gravity of your balance to your right leg. Maybe coming to the toes of the left. And you can start your tree here, or you can come into a lovely inhale, arms over the sky, flipping the palms forward, folding, and coming up by raising, lifting the left heel, and just maybe seeing how it feels to challenge yourself, or maybe it's not a challenge to come up lifting the knee already. Ooh, both sides are different every day, every moment's different, right? If you're here with me and you're not already in your tree, open the hip, plant your sole of your foot, drawing the tailbone down. It's hard to focus and breathe and talk and all that, so just try to focus on something gently and allow yourself to grow and breathe deeply. Soft focus. Hands might start to sprout, arms. Perhaps you look up at the sun, or even close the eyes softly. Nice big inhale as you grow a little taller. Exhale, flip the palms, bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers the other way where it feels kind of odd, the other finger on top. And draw those knuckles down and back, opening the shoulder, belly draws in, hip points up to the low ribs, heart to the sky. And as you exhale, release the hands, knee faces forward, and release it. Walk it out. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale the arms out and up, overhead. You can come to the toes if you like. Exhale, stay up here a little longer. One more inhale. And with the exhale, you can bend the knees and keep the legs, the heels lifted, or you can come to the soles of the feet. So you can either forward fold or come to a squat. And once you're in your forward fold or your squat, we're going to just bend the knees if they're not already bent, and squat and make our way back to our bums. And here we are. So position your tush in the center of your mat. Sit nice and tall. Again, just thinking about renewal, letting that come in you, allowing it for it. Up nice and tall, shoulder blades down the spine. Hugging those thighs toward one another. Inhale, tall, hands behind the knees. Exhale, just kind of rounding back like you were going to go and lay down, but we're not. Belly draws in. Inhale, coming up nice and tall. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, up nice and tall. Exhale, rounding back. You'll feel that point where everything's kind of really turned on. Just breathe here. Inhale, nice and tall. One more time. Exhale, rounding back. This time, inhale, nice and tall. You can come to the toes. You can lift the feet. Hands can come behind the knees or to the sides. Now we're in a boat. We're in a boat pose with some beautiful water sparkling, sun sparkling on it. Inhale fully. Heart lifts up. Exhale fully. as you're ready, plant the feet, hands behind the knees, perhaps starting to lower down again, all the way this time. You can just recenter yourself on your mat. If you don't have a block, maybe grab your block. Bend the knees. And then bring a block between your thighs. A nice hug here. Feel your strength already. That kind of just keeps everything nice and engaged here. Give you some stability. You can bring the shoulder blades a little more together in the back, like walk them together. Hands can come to the sides of the mat, like you're going for a ride. Or bending the elbows, hugging the arms close, fingers coming up toward the sky. Pushing down with whatever is touching the mat, so whatever part of your arm, okay? And your feet, of course. As you inhale, begin to lift the hips and then up the spine, keeping the shoulders on the mat. Drawing the navel toward the spine, hugging your block. If your chin is kissing your chest, just lift it a little, like little lemons in between there, a nice refreshing lemon or lime. And it's like a diagonal, so that this pose, it's not like our chest is way up in the air. It's like a diagonal, like a straight line from our knees to our shoulders. So wherever you've decided to position yourself, breathe for a few, soften the mind, the face, hug your block. Breathing and hugging. And eventually, slowly, lovingly begin to lower the heart. And slowly, like a bead of pearls, one at a time, string of pearls, one bead at a time, coming all the way down to the back. Remove the block. Bring the knees in for a hug. Open the knees again, like they could come and kiss the armpits. Draw the lower back down. And then step your right foot down nice and wide, your left foot down nice and wide. You can lift the hips if you need to recenter yourself and lengthen, and then let the arms fall out to the side. Let the backs of the shoulders kiss your mat. Nice connection, spring connection, new connections, right? And then as you're ready, exhale, let the legs, the hips go over to the left. If you need to walk the right foot back behind you a little, go ahead. Thinking about the shoulder and length coming down the right side, the hip, all the way down. That sitting bone reaches toward your foot. Head falls, eyes soften. Noticing your beautiful breath. Inhale, the knees come back up to the sky. Reposition yourself if need be. And then exhale, legs go to the right. You can walk the left foot to the left a little. Head can turn. Just enjoying that opening on the left side. From the shoulder, down the side of the waist, the hip, the leg, out the knee. Sitting bone reaching toward the bottom of the mat, or the top. The connection of your upper body, whatever's touching. And then inhaling, bringing the knees back toward the sky, heel toeing the feet back up and out under the hips. And then one more time, giving yourself a hug, knees into the chest. A little rock and roll or a little massage. And then as you're ready, exhaling, bringing your left foot down and lengthening it to the left corner of the mat. And then your right foot down, lengthening it to the right corner of the mat. Arms open up, palms up. Let the feet flail open, the ankles fall. Inhale fully. Exhale nice and deep from the upper shoulders to all the way down the chest, belly deep, navel to spine. Again, inhaling deeply, fully nourishing yourself. And a nice big final exhale before you go into your Shavasana. Head rests, forehead, eyes, cheeks, jaw, throat, shoulders, arms, back, hips, legs, feet at rest. Shavasana. Begin to just bring a tiny bit of movement to the body. Getting up and stay where you are. Just wiggle the toes a little back the way we started. A little new energy there. Wiggle the fingers. Maybe the corners of the mouth curl up. And then as you're ready, breathe your way, bending one knee and then the other. And eventually breathing each knee one at a time into the chest and meet for a hug. And then as you exhale, roll to your right. And stay here for just another breath or two. Reminding yourself that when you stop, to let your mind notice your breath. Can bring some calming and loveliness to the nervous system. And as you're ready, push down with the palms of the hands to help you rise up. Let your heart lead you today. Maybe throughout the whole day. And your head follow. It will follow. And then come into a seated or a kneeling position. Notice what's connected to the earth, what's touching. Let it really feel that connection. Know that you're being held. And then therefore you can open up to new possibilities, to hope and renewal and new life that's around you and within you. So together we can take your arms out wide and then up to the sky, inhaling, getting taller. Exhale, bring your palms and finger pads together. Feel the connection. Push a little bit here. Feel that opening in the back and the chest as you bring them down to your heart center and bow your head to your heart. The divine light and love that is within me honors the divine light and love that is within you. And I honor the miracle that is you. Namaste. Wishing you a glorious holiday of hope and renewal and new life.